Shabbat Shalom to all of you. You know, we are now in the third parashat, the third portion of Bereshit, the beginning. We have now Lech Lecha. Finally, our Savior will tell us, finally, the real Torah is going to begin, because it's going to start with the chosen people. It's going to start with the beginning of this wonderful people called Israel. You know, sometimes I say to those people that they think that because being Jewish or being from Israel is better than any other thing, they need to start changing their mentality, because they need to be, it's just the opposite. You need to humble yourself before the Creator. The word chosen is a word that can be very high or can be a very pejorative word, depending how people use it. And I'm going to tell you that it's very important to read the scriptures for what the scriptures say, not for what you intended to say. Many of us, we like to talk on behalf of the Creator. And when I say, hold your horses, hold yourself, and allow the Creator to talk. The Torah is not to me an historical book. To me, the Torah is not a scientific book. The Torah is the Torah, as you say. It's a book of principles. It's a book of teaching us how to live. That's the reason that the Torah, we saw it, the living Torah, how we live among ourselves. And many of these stories, these narratives, are stories to teach us our principles. And we need to acknowledge those principles. We do not need to become fanatics. We don't need to be dogmatic. We don't need to be so religious fanatic that we only see what we want to see. And us as human beings, we have a problem. All the time, you believe something because it's right. Believe me. All of us, we believe in the way because it's right. You know, if somebody say to us, no, what you believe is not right, they get so mad with you that they want to kill you. You know, because they are right. You don't believe anything that is wrong. I don't know if you have asked yourself that. But you examine yourself, everything that you believe is right. You know, you were there. You don't know. And many things that you have learned to believe is because you hear from somebody else. And you accept it. You didn't check it, you didn't think. You know, right now we have gone through this last month, we have gone through a very nasty situation in the United States about choosing the Supreme Court judge. You know, people by their own beliefs and by their own bias, once they do not want something, they trash people by any means and any word. And because now we are in the time of the woman, the women now are untouchable. You cannot say anything. Whatever the woman say, that's right. You cannot even check it. Because it's the word of the woman over the word of men. And we are going backwards. No, the minority supposedly are taking over the majorities. That's how they call it. And they want to make justice, believing in what they want to believe, not in what is right or what is wrong. Well, Abraham Avinu received a call from God, from our Creator. Blessed be His name. You know, as Dennis just mentioned to us, you know, we do not know anything about him, only about who his father and cousin and wife they're coming from. You know, very few people know. But if we look at today, we would say that Abraham Avinu was from Iraq. You know? And people say, oh, he was an Arab. No. At that time there were no Arabs. You see, but because it was from Iraq, that means that he made him Iraqi now? No. He was a totally different culture. And he came and he went down to the top, to Turkey. And from Turkey he went down to the promised land, Canaan. You know, everybody say that the problem with Canaan was a misunderstanding of Moshe Rabbeinu because he couldn't speak really good, and he was, what do you call it? Stutter, you know. And the Creator said, go to Canada. And he said, he descended to Canaan, you know. But this is a problem sometimes that we have. What are we here and what are we really are? Here is what I want to point to you. All of us, we wanted or not, we are a real minority. Okay? But the idea, when we came to understand the Greek way of democracy, we start believing that majority are right. You know, that was the idea. Majority is always right. And usually what happens in majority oppress minorities. That's what always happens. The majority is always going to oppress the minorities. You know, and not necessarily majority is right. Most of the time, majority are wrong and the minorities are right. What I'm trying to tell you is that when you are part of something, a movement, a group of people, we would like to follow Torah. No, we want to follow a religious setting. We would not want to follow certain rules and regulations. What we want to follow is the revelation of the Creator and how to live a life and to apply the principle of life. If you start saying things against the already established organizations and religious settings, you become an outcast. You become a no good person. They label you immediately because you don't follow the rest. And this is the problem that we have. We do not follow the rest. Why? Because the Creator is in us. We follow the Creator. We don't follow people. And people get upset. And we are going to be labeled by that. Abraham Avinu is called. He received a calling from God and he said, go to this land that I'm going to show you. He doesn't even know where he's going. But he obeys. You know, we do not know exactly what were his beliefs. But in that moment, when he hears that voice, he has like a rebirth. He becomes a new person. For the first time, he hears the voice of the higher. You know, and he goes and obeys. And because he's going to obey that voice, you know, he is going to go against everything that he already was. How many of you has felt in that situation? That you heard the voice of the Creator and you needed to change the direction of your life. And you couldn't stay any longer in the same setting that you were living. And you needed to abandon that area. Why? Because we wanted to know sometimes the settings where we live are pernicious. They are giving wrong teachings. They are giving the wrong directions. And we need to change. And the best way is to separate, to put distance between the known and go to the unknown. And you go with a faith. You go with a vision. You are inspired by the heart. Now, inspiration, that's what it takes you. And you start finding yourself, you are against the regular current. I just read an article that was very interesting. It says something that brought to my attention. A dead fish goes with the current. A living fish swims against the current. Are you a dead fish or a live fish? You choose. And when you start going around the current, there's many things happen. It's very hard. Takes a lot of energy. And the dead fish look at you and say, this guy is crazy. It's so easy to go with the current. Most of the people are dead fish. You know, they follow the last things that are going on. Everything is according to what is now the thing. Everything needs to be according to what is now. And we become literally followers. And our leadership is taken away. Any longer we are ourselves. We are the product of somebody else. In this period of time, in this last year that I've been teaching you about applying the Torah in your life, one of the things that has made an emphasis over and over again to all of you, think for yourself. Don't even allow me as your leader, as your rabbi, to tell you how to think. Check me every moment, whatever I say. Check the scriptures, check the Torah, and then arrive to your conclusion. Don't be manipulated by others. Because the Creator has given to you a beautiful mind. He has given you intelligence. He has given you character. He has given you stamina. He has given you all the things that you need to succeed in life. You know, people measure success by only conquering everything. But the truth of the matter is, you grow and you start succeeding when you start having situations that are difficult to you, when you start having obstacles. That's when you become stronger. When everything is easy, when you go with the current, you're a dead fish. But when you fight, you become that fish that becomes stronger and stronger because they are going to succeed. How many of us at the first defeat that we have in our life, we give up? And we blame everybody else but ourselves. Instead of standing up and say, you know, I failed today, I didn't succeed, I need to try again, and try again, and try again, until I accomplish something. I used to read the life of many of the people that were very successful. And it was very interesting to me to read that the great majority of successful people start doing a lot of failures. And their own failures help them to be better. They learn from their own mistakes. Let's go back now to our dear Abraham Avinu. You know, Abraham Avinu is the father, the spiritual father of more than 3 billion people. Billion. Jews, 13 million. Christian, 2.4, 2.5. And Muslim, 1.6, 1.7 billion. Billions. With the Jewish people are the smallest, only 13 million. But he's the father of all these big people. Abraham Avinu is the father of many nations. It's exactly what it says here at the beginning of Lech Lecha. you will be a father of multitudes, a great, great father. And then he said something, our God tell him, those who bless you will be blessed, and those who curse you will be cursed. And all the families of the world, all the families of the world will be blessed because of you. Examine now those nations that hating Israel. And look at how they are. And you're going to see the nation who bless Israel. There is no comparison. This is happening right now in our history. And what is the problem with Israel, descendants of Abraham Avinu? They're committing the same mistake. They don't want to be a live fish, they want to be dead fish. Because they want to follow the current instead to fight against the current. Many of us, we are looking for popularity, to be accepted. Abraham Avinu was not accepted. He immediately, when he came to Canaan, the land that was already populated by other nations. And very clear, our Creator said, until these commit the unforgivable sins, you know, they're going to stay here, but you are going to inherit this earth, this portion, this land. All these people that were living there, how they live. He fought against 4 kings. A very small army, 300 men. And here in the beginning of Lech Lecha, he said that he came out with a group of people that he made them. What it means that? That he taught them the principles. And the principles were accepted by these people. And what was the principle? There is only one God. Blessed be his name. There is no other God beside him. And he is the creator of all, the Boreo Olam. And we don't need any other gods. The other gods are nothing. There's only the product of your imagination. But the true God is the one that brought me here. And he talked to his people. Then the Creator makes covenants with him, makes alliance, pacts. The first one is the announcement that he's going to be a great nation, and then later on he's going to make another covenant in this parasha, in chapter 17. It's the covenant that we call it the Brit Milah covenant, that has caused so much misunderstanding sometimes. But what is interesting, I say to people, read what the scriptures say, no, don't read what you have been told about it. And the calling of God to make this covenant with the people that he had chosen. It's important, this. He chose people. But not all of those responded. You see, not because you have been chosen means that you're part of it. You can be chosen, but you reject yourself because you do not want to take that position. One they say this, I'm going to make a mark to all of you. The mark is going to be the Brit Milah. And at that time, Abraham Avinu didn't have a child. He had one, I'm sorry, Ishmael, already with Hagar. The that we call it the father of the Arabs. And he circumcised all his people who they wanted to be circumcised. And it's interesting because then at the end, in this chapter, he says that those who are not circumcised are going to be cut from our people. I mean, they're going to be cut off from our people. And the idea here is being chosen. Like I said to you, it's a word that people don't like it. Because people take being chosen as something of superiority. But it has nothing to do with being superior, but it has to do with somebody who has a responsibility. You know, when we are called by the Creator, we are called to serve, not to be served. We are called to be servitude, not servitude, not to be the masters. And who wants to be called to be a servant? We just read in this parasha, they have Torah. And let me read you something. I don't know how many of you put attention on that. Verse 8, 41, verse 8. Be'ata Yisrael Abdi Yaakov Asher Behartiha Serah Abraham Ohede. But you, Israel, my servant, Jacob, who I have chosen, you seed of Abraham, who I love. We have chosen to be servants. We have chosen to make the things better to others, to be a blessing to others. And all the nations of the world will be blessed because of you. And it's not interesting that we want to be a blessing and we are hated. You ask, what is happening with humanity? When you want to share something good with others, and the people reject you, they are not rejecting you. They are rejecting the Creator. Because they do not want to be under nobody, only under by themselves. When the Creator calls you, you know that He has called you. Abraham heard the voice of the Creator, and all his life changed. I can tell you in my own experience, I was having a different route to take. I went to study something totally different to where I am now. And more than trying to go to the way I saw the way, I was more toward to the other side. Finally, I needed to give up. And I needed to follow that calling. And that has not been easy.
So a live fish.
Exactly. And I consider myself a live fish. I don't go with the flow. I do not accept the flow. and I say the Creator. Who are you following? You know, how many times I have repeated to you, Yochanan with the prophet Jeremiah? Cursed be the man who trusts in men. I would say, you know, curse the man who follow men. But blessed be the man who trusts in the Creator. But blessed be the man who follows the Creator. And you see, if we are in a popularity context, we lose it. We don't have the charisma. We don't have the goody of other people. We are not open-minded. You know? We don't think you are okay, I am okay, and everybody is okay. Totally the contrary. We call for the colors. If it's green, it's green. And if it's blue, it's blue. We don't make a rainbow. We call the color for what it is. We don't use euphemistic terms to avoid reality. We're living in a world that the Creator is calling each one of us that He has called Abraham Avinu. And He gives us a vision. What is the vision in your life? What you are trying to accomplish in your life? To be popular? To be rich? To have a lot of power? Or to follow what the Creator is leading you to be? And be the best in the area that the Creator has put you there. One person said to me, oh, I am a simple homemaker. You know, today, sadly enough, with these women lives and all these situation, motherhood has lost the value. And I say sadly enough because they're the women who are doing that to themselves. What is the greatest calling that the Creator has given to a woman? To be a mother. To nurture people. No, because now they want to be like men. And the worst part of the men now, they want to be like women. We are, and this is right. And if you say something against that, you're a bigot. You are evil. You are a brain damaged person. Can you imagine Abraham Avinu when he left Ur, when he left the idolaters and went through the world telling that there is only one God? And people look at him and say, why only one God? I have three here in my pocket. And they are very, very good. You ask them anything and they give it to you. Oh, really? Tell me what the names are. I want to follow them. How many of us we are like that? Following others instead to follow the Creator. Look at Abraham Avinu. He went against all the odds. But here is something that we need to understand. For all of us, it's the same thing. We need to fight against our own environment. Our worst enemy that we have sometimes is where we come from. That doesn't allow us to grow. Doesn't allow us to be different. Doesn't allow us to swim against the current. Because the people that are behind us, they say, why did you do that? It's better that you go here. Don't go that way. Don't accept that. That's a bunch of baloney, they tell you. But when you have the right thing, and when your heart is right with the relationship with the Creator, nobody can stop you. Nobody. Then let me finish in this simple way. Are you a dead fish? Or you are a living fish? You choose. You want to be like Abraham Avinu, to live the setting that was comfort and was known, to a setting that you don't know what is going to happen. It is unknown. But there is a lot of possibilities. Shabbat shalom.